All right. All 22 of us.
Awesome. Perfect. Good evening, everybody. It is Shawn and Michelle Poe and the One Person Big Difference family. Yes, it is Tuesday, not Monday. We hope that you all had a beautiful Memorial Day here in the US and up in Canada. We always just love you. Thanks for your patience with having a day delay. We just honor and cherish all of those that served so that we have our freedoms here. I get emotional every time I think about it and speak to it. So for those of you that have families and friends impacted, just so much love to you all as well. Those that serve get my heart, and those that give up the ultimate sacrifice to protect us is truly a gift. So love you all so much. And it is the end of the month. We have 20% off sales. How many here have been going to town, having a good time, reaching out to people that have been a customer already, that have been a consultant already, and people that haven't, no matter when it was? I was just sharing with somebody that loves Axio. I'm like, over $10 on a bag of Axio. That's a huge diggity darn deal. So sometimes we have to put the numbers, kind of equate the numbers for how much off each of those are for people too, and how much that adds up. It gets to be so significant. And with it being a global sale, you guys, that is very rare too. So knowing that all markets, who do you know up in Canada and Mexico and Australia and Japan? I mean, this is literally everywhere. So what a perfect way to talk to people maybe that you've mentioned before, or talk to and be like, this is the perfect time to check out this, check out that. We have all of these products, except for the Protandim Family Stacks and Collagen that are on sale. This is a perfect time. Or as we know, to be trying some of other products that people haven't even used yet. I was talking to a lady last night about the AM PM. She saw my post talking about how deep and powerful my sleeps are on PM. Anybody else here notice a significant change in sleep? Use the chat, and as far as falling asleep, I take my PM. I don't know what you guys do. I take my PM when I wash my face at night, when I'm brushing my teeth, when I'm doing my normal bedroom routine, which Shawn will tell you, it takes like an hour. Because it's just like my time to do all of those things and get ready for bed. And I'm telling you, when I get in to go lay down, my body is so relaxed and I just fall asleep and stay asleep and wake up. And it is so beautiful. So put in the chat if you guys have noticed anything on your sleep. Some of these stories, just letting people know, really make a difference for them. So that sale's going until tomorrow. We literally messaged every single customer that we have ever had in the 12 years of us being here. And then obviously everybody that we've been talking to, and it's been really fun. So Shawn's going to go over some end of the month stuff that we need to go over, and then we'll chat a little bit more after that. So we'll get into the meat of it, Shawn Poe. Oh, you're muted, my love.
All right.
There we go.
Let me share this with you.
Awesome.
All right. So we still have the big sale going on through end of day tomorrow. So 11:59 p.m. Mountain Time is when this will go off. Last week, we talked about different ways that you can get these to process immediately and still get people 20% off the subscription pricing. And also for consultants, you can get 20% off the consultant price. So this is a big deal. It isn't going to be around much longer, a little over a day, and I don't see it coming back very soon at all. So definitely take advantage of this. Like Michelle said, we've reached out to every single customer that we've ever had in the 12 years that we've been involved. So we literally sent this out to hundreds of people, and we did receive back interested people that haven't been on product for a while that wanted to get product, and then also some people that are currently taking product that wanted something different as well too. So as with everything that happens, there's three things that you look at: is upselling the current, so your current customers, your current distributors, getting them to order something. Second part is winning back the old. So people that have maybe dropped off, they were ordering product at some point in time, but they're not anymore. And then the third group is acquiring the new and the no's. And every single time that we have a product launch, every single time that we have specials like this, those are the 3 steps that we go through: upsell the current, win back the old, acquire the new and the no's. Okay. And that's going to happen again, you guys, the beginning of June. We're going to roll back through our database because corporate will be launching the 2 LTO flavored Axio that nobody has been able to order yet before. So every time we have new products, new incentives, new promotions, we're reaching out to our entire database, regardless if they've told us no in the past. As long as we're maintaining that relationship, it shouldn't be weird for you to just ask for permission, even if they've told you no. Hey, every once in a while, when we have something going on with the company, would you mind if I just get that in front of you? And it might not be for you, but I at least want you to know what's going on. And that makes it a lot easier and simpler when we do have things coming up for you to generate that volume. Different things that we look at the end of the month that are important for you guys. In the back office, this is going to be the main screen, the main dashboard that comes up at the top. That first arrow that I have there with sales volume, this is personal sales volume. And everybody should have a personal order going through, right? If you are in the business, I would imagine you're a product of the products and you have your orders going through. This is vital if you are going for, or anybody in your organization is going for MVP Builder. You cannot get that bonus, the bronze, the silver, or the gold level of MVP Builder without having your own 40 personal orders. So make sure that this area is showing at least 40 that you have your order in for the month. That second arrow, you guys, is directly tied to personal sales bonus. And I know that some of you are in markets that this isn't launched yet, but this is information that's good for you as well too, because I would imagine sooner than we think, we're going to be around the time that everybody's on the evolved plan. And you're going to want to build this up as well to yourself so that you can roll right into the diamond status. But this arrow is going to show you where you can quickly see your personal status for the seller title of the personal sales bonus. So it's Onyx, Emerald, Sapphire, Diamond. You can see we're a little over 5,000 this month and at the diamond tier. That third arrow shows you personally enrolled customers in a market that isn't on the Evolve plan. So we do have a couple people that order out of Canada. I would imagine this one is a collagen just based off of the number that I'm looking at. 112 is collagen. So that will show you anybody that's not included in your seller title volume, but is a personally enrolled customer that's ordering. All right, down at the very bottom of your back office, there's going to be these reporting menus on the left. The big one that I would look at if I was you is the personal sales bonus for your entire organization. Okay, so when we looked at this arrow number 2, that's going to show you personally, but then we can get a report for every single consultant in your organization. So click on that report and you're going to see this pop up. I always filter it by seller title so I can quickly see groups of people. So what I'm doing here is recognizing everybody that's already hit diamond, and then I'm going to continue to scroll down to the next level to see who's close to diamond, and we're personally texting them and saying, hey, congratulations, you're so close to diamond. You're only 118 customer sales volume CSV away from it. So I'm just quickly calculating, how close are you to the next tier? And I'm sending out a text message with Michelle and me on it to that individual to let them know where they're at. I've actually done this twice this month. I did it right after the 25th auto ship, and then I did it again today for people that are close, just sending them a quick update on where they are. And almost every single person, their numbers had moved from the first text I sent a couple days ago to the ones that I sent out today. So it's going to go in alphabetical order there. So diamond, then it's going to look at the emerald, and then it's going to bring you to the sapphires, and then that isn't alphabetical, onyx, then sapphire. So sapphires at the end. So it isn't in the tier order, but it is going to give you the information listed in a way that's easy to manage. And remember, those tiers are Onyx 500 to 999. That's going to get you that 5% bonus on all of that customer sales volume. 1,000 to 1,999 is going to be Emerald, a 10% bonus. 2,000 to 3,999 is Sapphire, and that's going to get you a 15% bonus on all of that customer volume. 4,000 plus is going to get you the 20%, the max out on the personal sales bonus. And then our organization, we're recognizing anybody that's gone over 10,000 in customer sales volume. This is an old slide, so it was PV before the transition. Now it's CSV, customer sales volume, and we recognize those amazing individuals as guardians of the universe. So when you see those, be excited for those people because they are crushing the customer acquisition. Next up, trackers. You cannot get to the trackers in your back office. You have to get to them through the replicated website. So when you're logged into the replicated website and then you click on the icon that has your initial on it, this menu on the left is going to pull down and you're going to look towards the bottom, trackers. And then the 3 trackers that are going to be out there for you, the MVP tracker, the fast track incentive tracker, and global incentive 2024. And I'll go through each one of these. The MVP tracker, you guys, this is what I'm looking at is, first of all, in the top there, highlighted in red, is what our current qualification is. So we are at the silver level, which means we have 3 individuals at least that have hit bronze in our organization. I just took a snapshot of what would fit on the screen there, but you can see Leslie, Shauna, and Troy, and then Dawn, they've all already hit bronze themselves. And then you can actually open up each one of those people that have an arrow next to them to drill down into their organization to see, hey, who in Leslie's group qualified her to hit bronze? Or maybe I'm looking at Bill's position because he has that arrow, but he's not bronze yet, and look to see who underneath Bill that was personally enrolled by him might be close to 200 in volume, in sales volume, that could get him to bronze as well. So you can open up each one of those that has an arrow and drill down into there. So bronze is having 3 people with at least 200 in sales volume that can come from customers and their own order, but they have to have at least 40 coming from their own personal order to qualify in here. So that's why it's vital for you guys to have in Business Centers 1 a $40 order to qualify you and help your upline, you guys, qualify themselves too. If you're not putting in the orders, you will not personally count. No matter how much customer volume you have on there, you have to have at least 40 for yourself. Okay, the next tracker was that fast track incentive. This one, the reason this one is a tracker is because anybody that enrolled November 1st to February 28th, they got grandfathered into the fast track incentive, but you don't see it in the back office like you do with anybody that enrolled after March 1st, because this is not part of the compensation plan. This was a bonus promo that the company offered for anybody that enrolled November 1st through February 28th. So if your information is blank, like you're seeing ours is, that means you were not enrolled during that qualification period. If it does have numbers in there, you are eligible to continue to receive these $50 bonuses every time you enroll 3 customers with at least 100 in sales volume, or 3 consultants with at least 150 in sales volume. And there's no cap on these, you guys. So you can do that over and over and over again if this is part of when you enroll. If you enrolled after March 1st or on or after March 1st, it's going to be in the back office where you would see this. On the dashboard, there's a button that you can click for fast track. It'll show you your personal fast track, as well as there's another tab that you can open up that will show you your entire organization. And then the third tracker, you guys, is the incentive trip tracker. This one I would pay attention to all of the time. If you are planning on going, to make sure you're on track to hit the points. You start to qualify for the trip at 300. So we'll start to see people next month probably start qualifying for the trip. It goes through the end of September, I believe. Is that correct, Michelle? Is it August or September? You want to look real quick while I'm going through these? Or if somebody knows, just put it into the comments there. But you can also look at your downline, your organization points, as you can see there. I always filter ours by points so that I can see from highest to lowest where people are at. You'll see us recognize all the time the top 20. That's how I get the list, the number for the top 20 people in our organization for qualifying for the trip. It looks like over the last couple of days, Aaron Beck has been sneaking up to us, so we're going to have to get some more points in. But we're excited for this. There's going to be a ton of people, just like Croatia, that qualify for this trip to the Dominican Republic next February. So excited for that.
And I just want to say really quick on this trip, you guys. Trip points, what they mean, especially if you're newer, and if you've been around for a long time, like all of these details can sometimes just get to be a lot and a little confusing, but just do the do. Follow everything that the company has put out, the 3-in-1, have that be a goal of yours. 3 new customers, and then 1 consultant every month. And if you can do that twice in a month, amazing, 3 times, whatever. But just keep doing it. Consistency is king, 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 king. And you never know what the company will do as far as doing some big, exciting extra points some months or whatnot. So don't slow down on any of that and just be consistent, because as it gets close to the end of that, things start revving up and then people are like, oh, shoot, I wish I would have done a little bit more back then. Don't take this summer off. I understand it's beautiful, it's this and that, but be consistent. Share with 2 a day, every day, and just go, go, go. Sorry, Shawn.
Oh, you're good. I'm glad you added that because you do want to break it down. And the easiest way to break it down is that 3-in-1. So I'm going to skip one slide. I'll go back to it here in a second. But this is what she's talking about for the 3-in-1. And simply the 3-in-1, there's tear off sheets that you can print off if you want. To keep track of them that way. But the basis of this is every month trying to get the information in front of enough people, and you're sharing both the product and the business side. And we know the majority of the people come in as customers, at least first. They might transition to consultants, but they'll come in as a customer for the most part first. And then some people will come in right away as consultants. But again, you're sharing both sides of it. Don't make that decision for them where they're going to come in to get the products and share it with other people. But the 3-in-1, so 3 new customers in a month with at least 100 in sales volume. Okay, so tandem would not qualify you for being one of those people, or your new customer wouldn't. It has to be at least 100 in sales volume. And then the 1 is 1 new consultant each month. And we have people that they do this at the very beginning of the month, and they're doing it several times throughout the month. So the faster the pace that you want to go, totally up to you. Here's the people that have already qualified in the month of May. This was as of yesterday, so there's probably several people that hit it today as well. But congratulations to all of these guys for hitting 3-in-1 already. They're going to get that cooler, the Life branded cooler already. And then I want to go back to this one because we added this as a team incentive to go hand in hand with the 3-in-1, because we know that there's going to be some people that get close. Maybe they're great at customer acquisition and they don't get that 1 consultant, or maybe they're good at getting consultants, but they don't have the 3 necessary customers. So everybody that's enrolling in the month of May will be entered into receiving 1 of 4 things. Okay, so there's going to be the 2 LTO flavors of Axio that everybody will be able to get into a drawing for if you've enrolled anybody above 100 for customers, anybody above 150 or at or above 150 for consultants. Okay, you're going to get entered into that drawing, and then also a 30-day supply of collagen So it'll be 3 different people. One person will win the Axio pineapple coconut, one person the Axio watermelon mint, and a third person the liquid collagen. Okay, 30-day supply. And then the top person, who right now is Aaron Beck, they will win all 3 of those. Okay, so if you're Leanne or Cheryl, Isa, Super Mario, chase her down and get those 3 yourself. Okay, so whoever is the top enrollment person, customers and consultants combined, meeting those minimums, 100 for customers, 150 for consultants. Each time you do that, you're going to be entered into the drawing. And again, person that gets the most throughout the month, they're going to get all 3 of them sent to them.
That is just the best, like, guys. So literally every single person, if you get one of those, you are entered in. Okay, it's not the top 5, it's not the top 10, it's not the top 15, it's every single person. So as you or your people enroll with somebody with over 100 or more as a customer, 150 or more as a consultant, get out there and text them with a few of your team and be like, hello, you are in for the raffle. Are you going to win? Let's get another ticket in. Let's get another ticket in. Let's get another ticket in. Like, have so much fun with this. Like, this should be like shouting from the rooftops every single day that a new enrollment goes out. Oh, I think we also need a competition with those that are in the top there. We'll see who's really gonna. I'm seeing some exciting things that Jessica Larson out there too is doing some crazy, amazing stuff this month. So anyway, so fun. We just want to celebrate everybody, everything, all the time, all the time. I could just keep talking. Go for it, baby.
And remember, this is a long month, 31 days in May, so take advantage of every single one of those. I know we're starting to hear comments about people wanting to be outside and just enjoying summer, especially in these cold climate states like ours that had a brutal winter. But what I'm going to tell you is this, is you need to make the decision on what you want out of this. If you take your foot off of the gas pedal and start to lose momentum in your organization, it's that much harder in the fall and the winter to get the momentum going again. So don't do yourself that disservice. Figure out what you want out of this and figure out how you can fit that in with everything else that you want to get going. And I'll tell you, me and Michelle, our world was upside down the first couple of years doing this. 2 little kids, online business, lady living with us from Spain. But the reality was the short-term sacrifice led to us being able to be in complete control of our calendar to do what we want, when we want, with whoever we want, whenever we want. And I can't tell you that I ever have regretted once that sacrifice that we made in the short term. There were days that we were out at the lake inside all day long working, watching everybody else out on the lake. But what we knew was that was going to lead to where we wanted to be in the long term, where we could take a week and go to the lake anytime that we want. So that's what I would suggest. That's the reason we still continue to work as hard as we do, is because we want as many people as possible to have that luxury of time, freedom in their life. So that would be my suggestion, is before you get into that summer mode, is to identify where do you want to be by the end of the summer? Where do you want to be leading into Global Convention? Okay, so we have a couple events that are going to be coming up. June 1st is going to be the launch of the LTO Axio flavors. If lemonade was your best friend, I'm sorry, but it won't be here. You'll have to have watermelon mint or the pineapple coconut. So get that. And remember, as those start to go out of stock, if that is one of your favorites, you'll want to bulk up on that so that it's not a sad day when those LTOs are gone. The middle of July, we have a virtual launch. It's going to be super cool. We're anticipating that that's also going to coincide with something around collagen and NRF2 for the simple fact that there's an amazing study that corporate has been working on, as well as patents for this. And we anticipate that that's when it will be released. We don't know 100%, but that's the writing on the wall that we see. And then that's going to lead into a stretch between the end of July to the beginning of October, so August and September really, that we're going to have this massive push for global. And that'll lead us into the global convention, which is early October. And I'm telling you, we're going to blink and we're going to be in October. So decide now where you want to be, put in the necessary effort and energy so that you aren't trying to push a boulder up the hill when fall sets in and the weather starts to go back to the days that we're more excited about just jumping on a Zoom or having meetings.
Amen. I have written down on my notes here, double down in the summer. And I mean it, you guys, double down in the summer, because it will grant you wow in the months in the fall and in the winter. I promise you, we've been doing this for 12 years and it's not hype. Like, that is it. So double down. And do you know what is so cool? If you're out walking, if you're out at the lake, if you're out whatever, you can be like, what the heck? This is work. I remember when Carrie Williams and I would always say to each other, we're like, this is work. But you know, you're out and you're texting, or you do a quick live, or you do whatever, you post in your stories, get in the social media shareable group that we've got. If you haven't been in there yet, and post into your stories, be consistent and do, you know, 1 or 2 or 3 in there, throw some family, friend, you know, whatever things that is important to you. I love what Shauna Loggy said. People are outdoors now. It's all about connecting. Such an opportunity in the summer if you look out and see people. So true. People in the summer, I know you guys that are in Arizona, you're like, oh my gosh, you know, in the winter months, that's when we're like really celebrating because it's cooler then and we're out. But you know what we feel. People's energy is higher, you know, for the most part in the summer too, because the vitamin D and the sun and just the energy. So the mood is there, and the possibility of, you know, unlimited everything is out there. Side hustles are a thing of the today, you guys. Embrace it. Don't feel that it's weird. People are wanting and needing side income. They're seeing people doing it. It's not an awkward, weird thing. Like, you know, years ago, like, what in the world are you doing? Now they're like, oh, tell me more, right? So all that is there. And you guys, seriously, everybody here does everything a little bit differently. And that's what makes LifeVantage so special, is that we are all do things how we are, but meetings make money. Write that down. Meetings make money because they do. If you want to do online parties and do your meetings that way, that's amazing. If you want to do some in-person stuff, and you know, my heart's yours, I would do them as much as possible. I know for some people are like, oh my gosh, if I can get, you know, 1 a month or 2, team up with some people, filter them around in different areas. You can still do the Zooms. There's so many things, but just do it. Invite some other people to help you do those so that you get some different people speaking and sharing different testimonies. Stories are life, right? Stories are literally everything. So get out, have a good time. That's the most important thing. Do a bunch of jumping jacks before you talk to people. Get your energy. Whenever I think of energy, I think of Dan Desmond. He knows how to bring it and how that goes. But as we get off, I'm just super curious. Christine B from Florida, if you are available, she said she loves how her dogs are on Pet Tandem and was stocking up on the 20% off sale. So I haven't heard the story. I don't even know if she's free, but I was just curious what you've seen with your dogs, if you're available to speak.
Yeah, I can jump on quick. Sorry, I was just doing bath time with
Sorry to put you on the spot.
No, you're good. We just got done with bath time with my new baby. She's like 10 weeks old now.
10 weeks. Let's give her some love, you guys. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Call. Amazing.
Yeah. So with my dogs, I have 2 little Havapoos, and one of them had always had really bad allergies. So he was on prescription through the vet. And one day I was like, I'm going to put him on Pet Tandem and see what happens. And he doesn't need his prescription anymore. He's great. No itching, no licking his paws. He's like super happy now. And then his brother always kind of had issues going to the bathroom, accidents in the house, just randomly. And everything was fine with him as far as the vet was concerned. But I said, well, I'm going to throw him on pet tandem as well. And it's been about 3 weeks now, but no accidents at all since day one starting on it. So
Tamale. And how
Yeah.
long was he having accidents for?
like he is almost 2 years old, and ever since, we got him.
Okay, you guys, did you all get that? This is huge stuff. Okay. All right. We're 1 minute past. Christine, talk about busy people get things done. She just had a baby. She's given a bath to her 10-week-old. She's on a Zoom with us and taking care of animals, and I'm sure a million other things. So thank you. Let's give her a round of applause, everybody, and gratitude for unmuting with no like, hey, would you do this for us? Shawn, look at you on there. So we love you. We appreciate you. Get out there, feel the fear and do it anyway. Let people know that the sale's going on. Like I told you last week, I want to know when my friends or business people out there have sales, because I like a good sale. And when there's good products or services, I want to be a part of it. So let's get out. Let's have some fun. We love you. Let's close the month strong. Shawn and I are all in for you. So message if you need anything. And anything else, Shawn Poe?
No, I just want to reiterate that there was an incentive trip a couple years ago to Cancun that half the people that ended up qualifying didn't qualify until the last month because of a major promotion that the company threw out on skincare. And if those people would have given up 2 months or 3 months earlier and just said, well, I'm not going to make it, they wouldn't have made it. So just plan like that you're going to acquire as many points as possible. Don't get distracted by how many points somebody else has. Just do what you can do. Put your head down and do the 3-in-1 over and over and over. And then I really like what Shauna had put in the text about being out. I think Amy did as well too. When you're out this summer, you guys don't go out to necessarily prospect, but prospect while you're out. That's a big difference. You're building relationships, you're asking good questions, you're taking note of what people are saying, and then you can turn that back into a conversation. It doesn't have to happen right then, but you can turn it back into a conversation down the road. If you're out and you're talking to a friend and all of a sudden they're like, yeah, I've been walking a lot more because my knee's just been really in pain. So I thought walking would be better. You can just take note of that, empathize with them, have the conversation, but then maybe follow up in a couple of days and just say, hey, Dan, you just told me that your knee's been hurting a lot this summer. You've been on my mind nonstop for the last 2 days. If I had something that potentially could help with that, would you want to know about it? And that's how you can have great relationships and prospect while you're out, not going out to prospect. Very big difference. So with that, we will wrap up the month of May at the close of tomorrow. So let us know how we can help, and we will see you later.
Love you. All right, everybody. Good night.